So, what do you do when you don't have anything creative to post? Or maybe you find yourself in a creative lull. Here are some of my thoughts and opinions because they're unsolicited and you're watching this video. Otherwise, you wouldn't be watching this video if you didn't ask for it. So, here are some of my thoughts and opinions on that topic. Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm on a journey to grow and expand here on YouTube. This is a video a day series where I'm posting one video every single day to YouTube as best as I can, disciplined and consistent. So, in hopes to have an experiment of growing and hopefully reaching more people than not on YouTube to ultimately have more freedom creatively and mentally and physically, all the things. So if that is something you're interested in tuning into, be sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, maybe share and comment some of your challenges and experiences and maybe some experiments that you're doing within this year of 2025. So stay tuned and I'll catch you on the inside. Bye! Three things that I have thoughts on and I'm going to share my opinions on, but maybe the reason you would want to watch me or listen to the things that I have to say is because I am on this journey. I am moving through a particular experience that I've already been learning a lot about myself, but also because I've been on a very investigative journey for a very long time, much more longer than I would like to admit. But one of the reasons why we do stay in investigation or analysis paralysis is because we want it to be perfect and we want it to be right and to have all the information before we implement it. But the thing about all of that is I'm going to allude to that, but it's because it's one of the three things that I'm going to be mentioning. So stay tuned and, yeah, listen to all three with an open heart, open mind as I am embracing the unique qualities that I have in order to bring these messages to you in this particular way. So if you are finding yourself maybe in a creative lull or you just don't simply know what to create next, i.e., maybe video recording or posting on a social media platform, updating, staying consistent. Here are some things that I have to share about that. I'm going to give you three of them. So here is tip and advice number one: be authentic. So rarely do we see a unfiltered expression coming through our feed. Not a lot of times. It's rare because it is now becoming a commodity to have authenticity even through the screen. And the reason I personally think it's becoming a rare commodity and the reason it is number one here today is because we really want connection, and that's the space in which I do tend to hope to bring all of my information to you through this resource that we have that I'm staring at and looking at in front of me, which is camera and either cell phone or all these other resources that I have to convey a message that I have to share. But guess what? Comes across and people feel and trust and know their own inner judgment most of the time to see, hear, and understand that what is being shared to them is either maybe playing a character or a role or it feels genuine and true. And really, the broken down levels to this is it superficial or is it authentic? And the priority these days is for people to really feel authenticity coming through the screens, either it being because they're selling something or they're advertising something or they're marketing something, to get across whatever it is that they're hoping to share in the world. And really, what I think being authentic in this way, if it's, you're in a creative lull, and why I'm tying that into that is you can look around and just be honest with yourself. Like tonight, I didn't really have any goal or idea come to mind about what I was going to share because I want to stay consistent with this video a day series in January on YouTube. Um, but I realized that, okay, sometimes I'm not going to have, top tier information to share, but doesn't mean that it won't correlate or relate to somebody's experience in the now. And the current information I want to share is that I honestly don't really have anything going on right now, or not immediately that I want to talk about. And I don't have enough time in the day at this moment before I get so tired and too tired to do anything that I want to get this out to stay consistent and upload and edit and do all the things and have still time for dinner and, create the space for myself to rest and move into the next day, which is I want to just be authentic in this share and say I'm looking around and going, well, there's not a whole lot going on. So I'm sharing a few things about my night, what I've experienced a little bit. And in the food for thought is right now I can be authentic in this very way to tell you what it is that is helping me to record this very video. And that is in and of itself why it's number one. Number two, don't overthink it. Simplify, 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 simplify. One of the main phrases that I hear in my head, silly enough, is keep it simple, stupid. And if you want to remember this as kiss to the camera or the quality of your content or whatever it is that you're putting out, a little kiss from the divine, from yourself, from your spirit, to the actual thing that you're implementing, which is for me in this evening, I wanted to keep it so simple that I didn't want to overthink it, because if I did overthink it, I wouldn't have ever pressed record. And the reason, again, this is number two, is because if I were to have sat here and, fought myself on, I'm running out of time, what am I going to formulate? It's got to stay relevant, or this thing that I got to put out has to match a certain vibe or represent a piece of myself that is, let me deep dive into what that feels like, then I would have, again, been in this maybe analysis paralysis, and the that would have been the representation of me rushing through something and it actually not having any value to anyone, rather than maybe me putting out something that has just a little smidgen of education in there to give also this piece of myself that in and of itself is me not overthinking it. So that is why it's number two. And the last thing, number three, on the things that I would recommend in sharing my opinion of maybe being in a creative slump is, if you would like to share one takeaway from your day. What is just one thing that you can share about yourself, the day, or an experience you had that maybe, maybe it's just an open share, maybe it's just an open dialogue, that it ties both one and two on this list all together. If I'm authentically sharing a piece of myself, but also it's something maybe I've learned that could be of benefit to somebody else, and or just in general, because there's so many different variations of what types of content are out there. It doesn't really even matter what you're doing. It's there's this piece of yourself that you're wanting to, document that may be of, you know, it's helping you to even be in front of said camera or posting on whatever it is, if it's a quote or something that really inspired you from the day. All of it amounts to the greater whole and of this reason why we do what we do as creatives. And I think that's important to just go with your gut, trust yourself, but also just keep it simple. And if that keeping it simple means, here's one of my favorite quotes from the day. Let me talk about why this is important for me. Literally, that's an aspect of yourself, remembering something about yourself from the day, and also maybe being of benefit to others. And it helps you get the content out without overthinking it. So, in it of itself, all of these three things all allude to the other things, and they all support the other things. So, just wanting to reiterate again, the first thing was be authentic, just share what's going on. That's it. Number two, keep it simple. You don't gotta be stupid, but make it simple. Don't overanalyze. No analysis paralysis here. And number three, just share a piece of yourself, maybe from the day. One thing, one key takeaway from your day, something you might have learned that might be of assistance or be inspiring for somebody else. So, in all of that, I hope some of that sheds light into maybe a creative lull or something that might enlighten you to just press record or to post that thing that you might be nervous to post or don't have maybe ideas to post about. So, either way, I hope that this has been enlightening, and I look forward to seeing you in more videos like these. Namaste.
And there's a 95 on that cake because that's where how long we're about to live because we're doing a 95.
Happy 2025. This is your year.
Yeah, apparently.
She's getting her grades confused. It's my year.
So, surprisingly, without me feeling less than confident in my abilities to record and then edit and then upload, I realize it is later than normal. And otherwise, absolutely thanks to my 20-day challenge setup prerequisite course to this one-a-day video series, is it taught me a lot about that I can use every amount of time and energy through the day if I have it, more so specifically even when I don't, because the bigger picture here is that I'm doing something that feels really good for me, and I would not do it if it didn't. But I also have still a number of hours to record and upload and edit and all the things before the day ends. And I feel like a good quality of measure for the day ending is when you are in bed, tucked in, and your eyes are shut, and then you sleep through the night into the next day. So until that time, I still have plenty of time to record, and I'm going to use as much time as I need. But I also am about to order Thai food for myself because I don't want to really cook, and my partner is going off to a dinner with one of our friends. So dinner for one at the house, and Thai is on the platter for my tummy, and that's that. So I just wanted to update on that, to keep you in the loop, of course, because you asked to stay in the loop with my life if you are into this type of video series. Anyway, so yeah, in the next clip, hopefully, maybe, possibly, I'll get you and me on a dinner date. In brief, I know I lied, but it's getting late and I have to upload this, so you're not gonna see me eating my delicious, yummy Thai meal, but to save you all the trouble, because I know what it's going to taste like. It's going to be delicious. So if you were looking forward to that, it's delicious. And thank you for your curiosity and hoping that my meal was wonderful and that I am satisfied, because I am.